Hello, amazing woman. It's Lori Pelzer, the woman success coach and inspirational speaker, better known as Igniter, and the CEO of Be Inspired International, a national personal development and success company that I designed for women about women just like you. You know, my company symbolizes the butterfly, and we're going to talk about becoming today, owning your success. And so I'm so excited about this week's video because I get to go a little bit more in depth with you about how I became the woman that you're listening to right now on this video. You know, we're not going to go all the way back to my teen mom days and then the military and then becoming a nurse and then becoming a top real estate professional. We're going to start from a moment in my life that was very traumatic and that I believe that really did kick off and open the door for me to do the work that I do today as a woman success coach, a success expert, an inspirational speaker, which I've been all my life. I've been speaking professionally for about 10 years, and I am super excited to share something with you today that I haven't shared with a lot of people, you know, how I became a speaker. So we're going to dive right in. This week's video is loaded because we're going to actually do a 3-part video series about what it means to own your success and become your success. And then we're going to talk about keys to actually obtaining your success. And then we're going to discuss some barriers around why women are being limited, being shut down from actually obtaining her success. So these 3 videos the next 3 weeks are going to be explosive. So stay with me. Thank you for sharing my videos. This new Women's Success channel, oh, I am so excited about it. I can sometimes barely sleep preparing content. So much is in my heart, so many experiences, so much professional knowledge that I want to bring to you. Remember, we're going to be sharing. We're going to dive deep. We're going to even cry together through this year. In 2015, you're going to be. If you stay connected and you believe that this is your time to shine, this is your time to pull out those dreams and inspirations and visions once and for all and be it, you're going to get it. And I'm just so excited to be a part of it with you. I'm cheering for you. So let's always stay connected. Each week, I'm going to be bringing you success videos. And so for you that have been out there sharing and subscribing, I want you to share this video with all your girlfriends all across the country, because I believe that this particular 3-part series on owning your success is going to change lives, life altering. So thank you again. So ladies, let's start with this. You know, that traumatic experience for me, I believe, really did put me in the position to decide that I wanted to lead women and help her with gaining her massive success. 2008, those of you who are very familiar with what happened with the real estate markets all across the world crashed. And at that time, my husband and I were a thriving real estate company that we built from the ground up. This was our second company. We sold our very first company, which was so exciting. I was the first African-American woman to do that, and sold it to ERA, Wilder Realty. And then the thing was just pumping so deep. And I felt pregnant again that I had not, you know, taking my baby all the way to term. And so I went back out there and convinced my husband that let's go for it again. And we opened a company called Pelzer Premier Realty. And we helped a lot of amazing, aspiring real estate agents and those who became top producers who came through our company and our training programs. You know, in 2008, when this crash happened, I felt it in 2007. Something didn't feel right. Some of our transactions were actually going through situations that I didn't think we would actually be experiencing because we were pretty efficient with what we did. I had purchased the building of my dreams. My husband and I were able to get a lease purchase building for our real estate office, 2 stories, where I could actually do my seminars and workshops. I love educating and inspiring. And I believe that an educated person is a person that can, of course, make a decision, especially on purchasing a home. And of course, in your personal development, like picking a coach like me, it is a real serious decision. You are investing in you heavily. So I believe in education and inspiration blended together. I was so excited. This was a dream come true. And one day everything crashed. We lost our home, which was valued at almost about $400,000. I'm not here to impress you with the number. I want to share with you that it was traumatic. everything we worked for, we started seeing leave our driveway, cars, and we were in the bankruptcy court looking at bankruptcy at the time, and we were denied to file bankruptcy because we just could not afford the bankruptcy cost. I mean, it was astronomical for us to hold on to all of our business assets and our personal assets, so we had to give it all up, recover, and that's where I said recover, and that's where we started. The recovery process is where it all started. But how did that process start? It started in my soul. One day I had to recognize that if I was going to become a different woman from this, I had to go into my soul. So owning your success, becoming the woman you envision, starts in the soul. You know, we've given success a definition, and it's an external definition. You know, it's not an ugly definition that, you know, having houses, cars, material wealth, being able to support your dreams and visions and live an abundant lifestyle. That is awesome. That is absolute, the ultimate. However, for women, that's not the first thing that we need to be actually looking at. Because if something traumatic like what happened to me happened to you, what is going to be your next step? What is going to be your next move? Are you going to go external? Or you now know that there's got to be a strategy that only you can tap into that's internal. There's a definition I heard recently, and I love this definition, that success is an internal shift and not an external outcome. And that, for me, changed everything. It changed everything, because that's what happened. I went through what is called a metamorphosis process, you know, where the caterpillar to the butterfly, that process. And that's where B was born, becoming full. So let's go a little raw and vulnerable I'm going to go a little more raw and vulnerable with you. I cried out, and I wanted to know, how could all this happen? Failure felt like it was thumping loudly in my ear daily. How could I come through this one? I survived through childhood sexual abuse, loneliness, abandonment, suicide, 2 babies by 17, 18 years old. How am I going to come out of this? We've lost all. We never imagined this would be us. So where do I go from here? Is there any more left to me? Am I dried up? Am I done? Is it over? What is this whole thing, success? And then it all happened. The more I went and searched and asked the questions and went raw and vulnerable with myself, willing to face my fears, willing to face my fear that I was always experiencing success as a real estate top agent and a broker owner of my own company, but I was standing in failure. The standing in failure was the soul thing. It was down in my womb. So many of you think more degrees, I know, more getting involved on boards, I know, getting more accolades as a woman entrepreneur, saying that you earned this much money this quarter is where your success lies. It may actually be for you, but I submit to you that we're going to go deeper in this whole thing called success. We're going to own it in a very different way. I suggest to you to become more raw and vulnerable about what success really is meaning to you. What do you want to be? What do you want to create? What does it look like, taste like, smell like, feel like? And on your way to describing this, and on your way to sharing this with even others, when you get to that place, when you come out of the cocoon, because this whole metamorphosis process is a cocooning. I want you to then know that you don't have to model it anymore after the world definition of success, which is very simple. It's an aim toward a goal that you obtain. However, that's not making women happy anymore, just obtaining goals, is it? We want this thing settled inner. We want this thing settled inner. And that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you become successful, become the woman you envision. But we got to go inner. And I know personal evaluation is not easy. Hey, I had to do it myself. When I came out this process called the metamorphosis, coming out of the cocoon, I didn't know this woman existed. A woman that was full of all this life and energy through loss. I mean, I went and did things I hadn't done in years, like go to the beach on Mother's Day. I was so confined to what I thought success looked like felt like, tastes like, and all of that change. We're going to talk more about this. It's going to be an amazing 3-part video. Stay with me. If this is already piquing your interest, I want to be that role model for what you think success actually is. And I want to help you define it and own it for yourself. You possess it. It's uniquely the way you live it. That's success. Until we talk next week, and we're going to tap into the 7 keys of owning your success. Be inspired, be transformed, be your success. Share my video with your girlfriends all across the country. I want us to get real excited about this video series. And if you're in need of any personal development, success, training, coaching, consultant, Lori at LoriPelzer.com. My office is awaiting you, and I look forward to serving you in 2015. I'm cheering for you. Be inspired.